teachers, I am Anara. Welcome to our Lingua Tea Club. Today I'd like to discuss how you help your students when we teach pronunciation. Let's see how it can work on pronunciation and spelling of sounds ow. First, how often do you use tongue twisters in your classes? Clowns around town never frown, even when they're down. Want to be a clown around town? Then never sound down and never frown. Is your tongue tired yet? There is just something inherently fun about tongue twisters. They are silly, but they still manage to make us smile. Perhaps because they offer a challenge in an area that is called pronunciation. For native speakers, a pronunciation challenge is something amusing and frustrating, but mostly it is just fun. For English as foreign language learners, however, pronunciation challenges are part of everyday learning process. Not every student has the same struggles, but most of them have something to improve. As a teacher, I learned that earlier you start working with your students on pronunciation, the better it is for them. How do you help your students pronounce words correctly? Please pay attention to the activities used in the lesson that teach pronunciation. I invite you to our demo lesson and see how it goes. If you have ever thought about how to use them in your pronunciation lessons but weren't sure how to make it work, this lesson is for you. After the lesson, we will discuss it. Let's go. Hello children, how are you today? I hope you are doing great. Let's start our lesson. Look at the picture. What do you see? It's a mouse. And it's a cow. How do you spell cow? It's C-O-W. How do you spell mouse? It's M-O-U-S-E. How do you pronounce the red letters? Yes, you pronounce ow. Look at the board. We have mouse and cow. Look at these letters O, U, and O, W. Here we have sound ow. Let's say mouse, cow. Okay, write these words in your copybooks. We have letters O, W, O, U. You write different letters but pronounce the same way. We pronounce ow. Remember. Let's read words together. Mouse, house, cloud, round, ground, sound, cow, clown, down, town, tower, crown. Good job. Now, listen, read, and say.
The round moon is above the house. The clouds are silver and white. Look there on the ground. It's a little grey mouse. Hush! Don't make a sound.
In the next exercise, you write correct letters O-U or O-W. For example, clown. What do you write, O-U or O-W? Yes, it's O-W. Do this exercise individually first. Okay, we can check together. A, it's mouth. B, it's mouse. C, cow. D, town. E, brown. F, cloud. G, clown. H, house. Now match the pictures with words. Good job. Now remember, write this in your copybox. Good job! Now let's have fun. Let's read a tongue twister. Clowns around town never frown, even when they're down. Want to be a clown around town? Then never sound down and never frown. Let's read together. Clowns around town never frown, even when they're down. Want to be a clown around town? Then never sound down and never frown. Try yourself. Let's read it faster. Clowns around town never frown, even when they're down. Want to be a clown around town? Then never sound down and never frown. Try to read this tongue twister with your friend. Okay, how did you manage to say this tongue twister? Did you like it? Remember these sounds. Good. Let's play. I show you a picture, you say the word, and if the word has letters O, W, you put up your right hand. If the word has letters O, U, you put up your left hand. For example, flower, you put right hand. House, you put up left hand. Are you ready? Let's go! Crown. What hand do you put up? Right. Mouse. Tower. House. Flower. Sound. Clown. Good job! Now, look at the picture. What do you see there? Yes, it's a mouse and it's a house. Try to make a sentence. A mouse has a house. Now look at the other pictures and make up your own sentence. Okay, what ideas do you have? Good. There is a tower in the town. What about this picture? There is a cow on the ground. Yes, good job. That's all for today. Remember how to say and write words correctly. Your homework is to write sentences with the sounds OW. Goodbye. Thank you. Dear teachers, let's have a tea time. Could you recall the stages of the lesson? In teaching diphthongs, how do we help our students with pronunciation and spelling? Yes, we can ask them to listen and repeat the words, we can give them a rule with spelling, and we can use many practical activities to help them remember the sounds. And also, at the 4th grade, it's better not to mention the rules, because it won't help. In this stage, better to ask them remember the words and spelling. What about the tongue twister? Do we need to pay attention to the meaning of the tongue twister? No, it's not very important. The most important thing here is the pronunciation and bringing some fun moments to your class. Just imagine how they can laugh while saying out a tongue twister, and children remember when they feel something on an emotional level. Here are some tips to use tongue twisters in your classes. First, tongue twisters must serve a purpose. You need to know why to use them. They are a tool to help our students achieve better pronunciation in English. For some students, good pronunciation comes easily. For others, it's a skill they work hard attaining. Second, choose appropriate tongue twister connected to sounds you teach, connected to the vocabulary as well. Don't choose very difficult ones. They may frustrate and discourage your children. Third, put your tongue twister on the board.
That way, students can have visual as well as oral information on the tongue twister. You can write your tongue twister on the board or type several out on a worksheet. Just make sure your students can read along when they listen to you say the tongue twisters. And the last one. Do not put too much emphasis on the meaning of the tongue twister. They better serve as fun and practice sounds. Ask your students to pay attention to sounds and spelling. Many are just challenging grouping words based on their pronunciation, not their meaning. That's why you will want to stress to your students that not all tongue twisters make sense, even when you understand the meaning of each word in the phrase. I really hope that the lesson was meaningful for you and you got something useful for your teaching style. Please share with us your ideas and thoughts on our Lingua website. Our Tea Club is always open to our professional talks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.